Hello and welcome to the Cyrus 3v3 game on Warno. Today we've got Durine, 24th US and 3rd US, going up against 4th Mortshutson, 79Y and 76Y. So we'll go through the deck reviews, then we'll talk about the map, the matchup, the deployments, and the game. And as always, timestamps in the description. Right, so given that it's a 3v3, we won't be going through every single deck in excruciating detail. In general, I think Red's composition is pretty good. They've got some forward deployment in the form of the 76Y, and plenty of ATGMs with that. And then they've got 4th Mott, which has the 2,800 meter range ATGMs. I'm not sure why he's upvetting these Conkers things, and he should be bringing the anti-tank gun for the 2,800 meter range ATGM spam on this map. And like down vetting the T55AM2B, for example, and not bringing a Gvozdika because they're crap. He's got 4 cards of supply, so like you just get rid of one of those and bring a fob. Actually, the Helo is good to keep because it can take supplies to and from the fob. And then one of these should be howitzer, get rid of the Gvozdika and replace it with some smoke mortars, that sort of thing. And it's like, how's this going to help you on Cyrus? Might as well just get the grenade launcher team, right? That sort of thing. And then, yeah, the 76Y guy, like, he should be bringing MLRS as well. You don't get a fob on this, but it's like 2, 4, 6 CVs on Cyrus. Like, okay, fine, but it is a lot of CVs. And, like, you should have the seed one, and, like, this isn't that great, really. You should have 2 cards of MiG-31s. So yeah, he needs more in the air tab, so he can get rid of this, for example, and there you go now, because, like, that's the air cover, the MiG-31s. You should have both cards of those. This thing isn't that amazing, but whatever. I mean, it's just, I don't understand, why does it cost more than this? This is better. It's ridiculous, really. So yeah, like, this can be good, or this. And yeah, you could probably do with getting rid of some CVs to bring some more supply. And then, yeah, like, we're not going to go through every unit, but, like, you want the 30mm grenade launcher and stuff like that. It's Cyrus, right? It's a big throwdown in the middle. 79Y, probably the best div in this match for Cyrus. This is played by Zsadok, so, like, you don't need... I guess it's just because these are 1-point slots. But essentially, you want to be bringing more supply, and you want to be getting that MLRS out, like, bigly. So down vet those, you need as many tanks as possible. This can be useful on this map, because of the ranges involved. So 2-pointer. It's this 1-pointer. And then, yeah, like, this seed isn't going to do you many favours on this. The range isn't that great. You could use it in front of these if you want, I suppose. But in general, investing in loads of helos as this div is probably counterproductive. So, like, yeah, get rid of that and then get that. And then you want, like, I would just be bringing a fob, honestly. I really would. It's Cyrus as a 3v3. You want the fobs. At least 2 fobs as PACT. It's NATO, you don't really need them. There's not much to do with them, really. But yeah, and then I would get rid of that and replace it with this. So you've got some non-seedable stuff. Although I appreciate that this is not seedable as well. If you switch off the thing, then you could get rid of that, and then you can bring your upvetted Acacias, right? Or you could even do double grad if you want. 2, 4, 6 CVs. Yeah. Like I said, there's no point going through every single unit when there's 6 divisions. But basically now we've got FOBs and MLRS. Like, why are you playing big packed team games without FOB and MLRS? Doesn't make any sense. And, like, this, just get rid of these and replace it with 2 of these or 2 of these. This is useful for the 76Y player, And yeah, like what's the... Why do you want a bunch of random infantry? You want the BMD2s. You probably do want at least something in a vehicle to get there fast at the start, like one of these in a gas. Yeah, I suppose that's what these are for. Interesting. Yeah, just get rid of that. And, yeah, you can scrub off your teammates' fob, right? So there you go, ta-da. Scrub off your teammates' fobs, because this will burn through really quickly. Yeah. Might want another card of supply of your own, actually, given that. Interesting. Like, how many of these do you need, really? That's a 3-pointer. Grim. So you get rid of that, and then you can get rid of that, because you will you will use up all that supply. It's pretty ridiculous. Get that, there you go. And now PACT basically unstoppable, because you might get pushed out of mid at the start, but you shouldn't really with all these Spetsgrupper and Desert Razvedka, and then you just MLRS everything to death. It's Cyrus, there's nowhere to hide in the middle. Switching to their opponents, we got Leafranger here, playing 3rd US Armoured. Probably the best NATO 10v10 div. But yeah, they've got no airborne forward deployment between them, so this is a terrible composition. For some reason, 24th US is like one of the most popular divs in the game, in unranked play. Right, in ranked it's very rare to see, because it's crap. Like, it is just a bad division. There's no doubt about it. It is not a good division. But basically, people want Bradley so much that they play 24th, even though it is really terrible. It's one of the worst divs in the game, in my opinion. Like, bottom 10 for sure. And yeah, that's why that first cavalry thing won Nemesis 5, right? Because, I mean, it's just so much better. It really is. So yeah, they're going to try and use Strike Eagles against Cubs, against 2 players with Cubs and MiG-31s. It's just not going to work. I've not seen the game, but I can tell you right now it's just not going to work. Like, so it's like, how would you fix this deck? You can't. It's just, like, how would you make this deck differently? I would just play something else. This is a terrible division. It is really not good. So there's not much advice I can give, really. I keep telling people not to play it, but you could try something with like opening with 3 of these, but then 76Y's got forward deployed AA ground AA, which is just going to kill it, so that's not going to work. But yeah, downvet those chappies, and you've got no Eyehawks on. Oh no, does do Ryan have Eyehawks? I think it does. But yeah, like, I mean, you basically have to do this because this is the only point of the deck, and this is just going to get killed by a Cub, because this is terrible. Seed doesn't work properly in this game anyway. So yeah, spamming out all the Bradleys. It's just, I mean, you're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Something like this is pretty useful on this map. But you got the Bradleys for ATGMs. And then these really are terrible. But, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do but bring 4 Meeps instead of 12 National Guard Abrams? I mean, it's ridiculous, really. At least this is coming in a military police vehicle. I'm not sure why he's got this. I'm really not. I don't understand that at all. You've already got this for the military police vehicle. The regular military police are just not that great. Yeah, it's a rough gig. I don't know what I can say, really. Like, try and bring some more arty or something. But, like, this is terrible because it's the HE one. The cluster one's good, the HE one's terrible. And then you got 3rd Armoured, which, yeah, he's got the cluster thing. This all looks generally okay. I mean, trying to bring this thing is terrible. I just wouldn't bother with that at all, really. I would just get some more Eagles and try and keep air superiority. Otherwise your tanks are all going to get blown up, and you don't have Eyehawks or anything. I'd probably one-bet that. Tough gig. Tough gig. Yeah, lots of tanks. I mean, only one of these is a bit weird. It is a bit weird, but, it is what it is. This just downvet that. Yeah, I mean, it's the best of a bad situation, really. PACT is a lot better on this map. Try buying 2 of these, but I don't know about that, really. And then, yeah, do Rhine. At least he's got Eyehawks, the only long-range AA on this team. And I would just swap out all of these on this div. Like, what are you attempting to do here? Air spam with do Ryan into 8 cubs. It's just not going to work. You're just wasting your time. So I'd get rid of at least this one, because it's just going to die in 1 hit. And then, you know, you could get some planes to actually defend yourself. I suppose that's kind of what this is. But yeah, I think the second card of Eyehawks to make up for your teammates who don't have any. This thing is really not that great. You want either this or this. Preferably both in a 1v1. But given that, you know, you need 6 Eyehawks to cover your whole team, this is probably the better choice because you get more of it. But this is way better. For 5 points more, it is a lot better. It's just, you know, against infantry, because look, it's got basically twice the damage. It's just you get fewer of them, right? And yeah, we got the MMGs, 2 cards of 80. This should be in a Milan transport as well. Get that. That's very good. Very powerful. No military police is a bit weird with all of these reservists. Probably get rid of that so you can get some gendarme mobile and in the reservist transport as well. Yeah, I mean, these aren't too useful on Cyrus, but you don't have much of a choice. And this is good on Cyrus. This is the cluster one. So downvet that and get that as a quick fix. 2 cards of supply is no longer enough. So you could open with a fob or something. But like, you know, these things... So for starters, you want the ones with the ATGMs. They're going to help you a lot on this map. And like, this is a Milan 1. Not sure that's very useful. You got plenty of Milan 1s here. So you can get rid of that. And then you can bring the fob. But yeah, I mean, it's just no airborne forward deployment across. I mean, you got 3 snipers and that's it, or 6 snipers. Wow, incredible. What do I know? Yeah, it's suboptimal. Suboptimal. You want something like 2nd Panzergren maybe, or like an like 82nd Airborne, or MBAD. It's probably the best one because it gets there first. MBAD's great. Get there first into that middle zone. Because if you don't get into the middle zone first, it's an uphill struggle, I can tell you that much. Anyway, let's see what happens. Right, so with that out of the way, you could... yeah. Right, so with that out of the way, yeah. I'm not sure what to say, really. This composition's pretty bad. 3rd Armoured's good on Cyrus, but 24th US is just always terrible. It really is impressive how many people play it with how bad it is. And you can tell why everybody voted for that 1st Cav division, because like the only Bradley divisions America has is a 3rd and 24th, and both of them are like severely gimped. 24th is just generally trash, and 3rd Armoured, all your units are mega expensive, and you don't have long range AA, and you don't have any medium tanks, so that's a tough div to play as well. So yeah, you can see why, and they're the only Bradley divs in the game, not including the Recon Bradley, which comes in a couple more divs. So yeah, you can really see why 1st Cav got voted for. It really is quite funny, because if you think about how many Soviet BMP2 divs there are in the game, it really is funny. And they don't come with these hilarious downsides that 24th gets. Oh yeah, 24th gets an Eyehawk, doesn't it? I think. No, it doesn't. I made that up. So, yeah, Cyrus basically try to airborne forward deployed into mid and then hold on for dear life. You can do things where somebody might try attacking down here or somebody might try attacking down here, but generally it's just a mid thing. PACT has a big advantage because they get a bunch of 2,800 meter range ATGMs. You can play something like 9th US and get 4 of those, but apart from that, NATO's got no ground-based 2,800 meter range ATGMs. And these are just big fields, right? So very good for PACT. and they've got the long-range AA, and they've got the MLRS, which they chose to bring zero MLRS across 3 players on Cyrus. Is really something. I'm very surprised by that. Because basically, let's say you take the town, well, Blue's going to be in here and you just MLRS everything. And you literally just sit there and just MLRS everything. Just hit everything with rockets and just slowly move through the town. Like, you can see this town, it's not very big compared to all this open space. Oh, he's in there, is he? Brr, that, you just hit that whole forest with an MLRS volley. So, yeah, it's something. So they've given up on a big advantage there. Made life a lot harder for themselves. So maybe Blue's got a chance, right? Looking at the deployments, we got... we do have an attack onto Dimitri, consisting of... wow, that's incredible. So he's using the airborne forward deployment of the sniper to go 1,000 meters in front of him and unload. I mean, that should really be going up to there, basically, if that's cover. And then you can see things. I'll try and get it there, maybe. Just turn off the fire, or you can send it around, get it in here. Or try and get it into here. That's being backed up by... It's actually the Do Rhine player doing this, not the 3rd Armoured player. This is so bizarre. No, hang on, the Do Rhine player... Okay, so the 3rd Armoured player, I'm not sure where all his points have gone, basically. Maybe he's just bought a metric ton of planes. Because, like, yeah, he's got, like, a Bradley here, but then all of this is Do Rhine stuff, just recoilless rifle recon, which is going to go about as well as you might expect, in my opinion. And then, yeah, this is all 3rd Armoured stuff. And it's all coming up to here and so on. And then this is all 24th, and then there's some more 3rd Armoured. So 3rd Armoured and Do Rhine are sort of attacking mid and trying to get some recoilless rifles up to here, which is sort of nonsensical, really. I don't understand the... Like, I was like, okay, this gets to here, well, what's the range on that? It's not going to hit anything. Just going to get shot by whoever's in this building. So, yeah, a bit of a weird one. And then on the right, you got the 24th player who's... So basically, right, this is supposed to be Blue's zone. So you're supposed to go to here at the start. But this is something you see a lot of players do, where they just hide in the back of their own zone, and then the enemy just walks into the edge and contests the zone. And I don't really know where it comes from. Like, what's the thought process? Hide in half of your own zone and lose the other half. A bit strange. Maybe he'll move up later, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going to unload at the back of his own zone and sit there. Switching to their opponent's deployment, we've got a few more brain cells between them. So we got the 35Y player, who's... Honestly, lobby team games are something else, man. So this guy gets like Spetsgrupper, who are super good in towns, and instead he's got regular Desantniki in Gazes. And they're all regular Desantniki in Gazes, there's no Spetsgrupper. So we've got 6 of those going in, and not unloading. They also don't go as fast, they only go at 90 kilometers an hour, as opposed to 100. And he has units that go at 100, the recon guys in the US. So the 76Y player, he was called Teamkiller incidentally, which is very funny, has at least deployed 2 forward deployed CVs, so he understands that much. And then you've got the 4th Mott Schutzen play. This is an absolute clown show, man. Like, what the heck is going on? So this guy has decided that he's going to deploy in his own base with 3 Cubs and some infantry and just do absolutely nothing and just let his team play the game. Like, this is even worse than that. Actually, it's the same, really, isn't it? It is the same. But Elena can be attacked. Fedor being attacked is very... It's basically... If this was going here, it would be equivalent to this. But yeah, that's absolutely wild. I don't understand the... I get it, right? Not everybody's got 3,000 hours to waste playing a video game. But this is it not intuitive? Okay, we're on this side of the map. The enemy's on that side of the map. So presumably we're going to be fighting somewhere around the middle. Does that not... Let's just cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest levels worth 2,000 views in ad revenue equivalent. So if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Otherwise, I hope you have a good Christmas. This will probably go into... because the members are going to get it before Christmas, but everybody else it might be after Christmas, so I hope you had a good Christmas. I'm not one of these happy holidays freaks. I don't personally celebrate Christmas, but I don't really see a problem with saying Happy Christmas. Anyway, this is really mind-blowing. I think somebody needs some euthanasia for Christmas. But the same thing is basically happening over here. Yeah, so a bit of lack of attention from Teamkiller here. He's actually losing a lot of things to these AML-90s. Because he's just leaving them in the transports and they're dying in the transports. We got Zsadok here. It actually seems to have a good game plan. So, wow, okay, so he is actually moving up now, sort of. But, like... yeah, so... basically, if you're the 79Y player, you have to essentially carry this game. At least the 76Y player gets the general idea of infantry go in middle, so that's something. And you can see the Do Rhine recoilless rifles basically all just died, which is not particularly surprising. But yeah, if you're the 79Y player, right, he's opened heavy on the AA, which makes a lot of sense. That's a shame. I mean, the thing dying, not the AA. So, okay, so these are coming up now, but he left the AA back here. But now he's being shot by the helo. He's like, okay, now I need the AA. So at least there's something going on over there. The 24th player, okay, so he's realised as well. So there is intelligent life in this game, right? So this guy has decided to move up now, and this guy with the recon helo is like, oh yeah, I should move up as well. And look, he's actually loaded up most of the guys. Not all of them, but some of them. And so they'll get there faster. So that's good. But yeah, the 79Y player, he's set up on this side, which makes a lot of sense. Right, get the Conkers in there. He's got the AA up. And now he should start buying T80 BVs, basically, and then there it is. And yeah, the 76Y player, the Soviet VDV player, his job is just to get more and more infantry into that town and a bunch of ATGMs on the sides to prevent enemy reinforcements. If he could take this, that would be great. In the meantime, at least these two have ended up against each other. Otherwise, it would have been pretty unpleasant for both of them, or whoever, whoever ended up against. Actually, it would be both of them, wouldn't it? If they weren't against each other, they'd both be against players who would beat them up a little. So, yeah, we got something going on here. Zsadok buying the second Cub. Bit of arty coming out there from blue, the M109s. And yeah, red on that +3. Cyrus games, because this being a +3, Cyrus games tend to end pretty quickly, unless this gets contested, in which case it's a 40-minute game. 24th player buys the Stroke Eagle, and SU-24 out from Zsadok. I mean, yeah, first one's free, I suppose. But generally, in a game on this map, you would expect there to be a bunch of Eyehawks back here, and you would expect this to die. But that doesn't seem to be the case today. There's not actually much AA here at all. Just one Stinger, one Chaparral. Keep in mind the Do Rhine player is the only one with long range AA, and he's got 3 Eyehawks. But yeah, you'd expect there to be 3 Eyehawks back here. Another thing the Do Rhine player can do is get, some of these ATGM tanks, which he only brought 1 card of, which is quite surprising, into here. yeah, you got to be careful if you're red and you're sending stuff over here. This T80BV, it almost it could have been side shot if there was something in here to side shot it. Got some mortars here, presumably for some smoke. And yeah, so CV is in there from Leafranger. The 24th player is beginning to wake up. He's killed most of the mot shots, and one wonders where he'll go next. We got some arty out from the guy who just lost all his infantry, and then now we've got some recon, some descent. Luaz AGS-17s coming in. Yeah, Tunguska moment there. Surprised he didn't die. So typically he should have opened with these because they would have made it in faster than the initial random descent Niki attack. And then he could have backed up with Spetsgrupper or something. The random descent Niki don't make much sense really. You want BMD2s on this map, so you can you want the BMD2 transports. So T80BV taking names here, and yeah, the Spetsgrupper, they are finally in. And you'll notice that, so because even though these are in adjacent building blocks, because this isn't actually in this specific house, and this is in this specific house, it doesn't actually throw the grenade. So that's something you got to keep in mind. So he's got some recon in here, I suppose. Needs a couple igloos or something. But yeah, if you're the 79Y player, I think sort of stacking up here is probably, as has been done, but like capitalizing on that, get the T80BV sort of round to this side. He is buying them over here, it's just that because they're coming down this road, he's getting in and he's like, oh bitch, I've got stuff to shoot at now. So yeah, it's good to get new players into the game and stuff like that, and I get it, I really do. Like, not everybody has so much time to just sit around playing video games. They go outside, they got jobs, they're useful members of society. Not like me at all. But and I don't know where this comes from. I suppose if you play lots of other video games, these things start to become intuitive. Like, my first Warno game, I kind of understood that I should go to the middle of the map at the start because that's where the enemies are probably, if they start there, we start here. I suppose that's like a transferable skill, right? I play a lot of strategy games. I've been doing it for years, like basically all my life actually. So it seems obvious to me, but to somebody who's never played a strategy game, they wouldn't get it. Also, a lot of people play this game while drunk or on drugs and stuff like that. There's one infamous player who I won't name here. He's not in this lobby. Who's infamous for basically just constantly playing while on drugs, and he's got like 1,000 losses. It's crazy. He just loses every game. It's because he's always high. Can't do that while playing strategy games. You need your wits about you. Maybe a bit of Minecraft or something. I don't know. Anyway, this 24th player is looking pretty scary now for those who are forced to carry, because like this is a problem. The 4th player has just died. And continues to send guys in to die. Like, she just keeps losing stuff. So yeah, this is looking a bit worrisome if you're red. So look over, because this is a problem. You do have to kind of help your teammates out. This is why I hate team games, man. This is why I only play 1v1. You get the literal spanners on your teams. Oh, great, now I've got to bail this guy out. And then you lose your side because, you're spending points here, which means you're not spending them here. But red is having a pretty significant victory here in the middle, right? The T80BV. So we got Zsadok here. He understands the objective. There's a big line. So presumably the CV's over here somewhere. This is all open space, so where's it going to be? It's going to be in here. So let's get in there. So infantry in front, tank behind. All's very sensible. Needs a bit of... He's got some supply. All good. He's got a backup CV because he doesn't trust his teammate. I wouldn't either. A man who brings regular descent Niki at 2 vetting trucks is clearly unhinged at best. So these mortars are now smoking. This is what blue has to do if they want any chance of holding this zone. But what you'd be expecting is some, Yeah, some M1A1s basically. And here it is. But look, this outranges it because of the ATGM. So it is very hard to play NATO on this map without smoke. Cub gets nailed there. You gotta move them after they shoot, basically, but I think that might have just been spotted, like, regularly by recon. So I didn't see it shoot. So we got some supply. Very entertaining game, though. I've got no idea what's going to happen. Nothing is going the way it should. The 4th player should absolutely steamroll the 24th player. And he should have forward deployed to here, use that forward deployment. But instead he didn't use any of his forward deployment and just put it all in here. The 76 wide player should immediately take most of mid, and I suppose that's basically gone that way. And yeah, I mean, I suppose middle is going kind of the way you might expect, especially given how many planes these guys are buying. And that's so what? Where? So was that all the way up here or something? That's a bit of a missed micro there. Should have turned into him basically, but the Cubs are finally in range, and the AA outranges the AAA for whatever reason. I'm quite surprised by the... Oh, I see, you didn't give it an order. I'm quite surprised by the willingness to use planes in a kind of top-level game on Cyrus. Generally, you just expect there to be loads of AA back here. I did like how the seed plane was in front, that was smart, and this guy had his seed plane out as well, so that's smart. But generally, the plane play gets punished quite a lot, and you either want to use all the planes at once, which I suppose is sort of happening, right? There were 3 planes out here and 2 planes out here, and all the fighters came out at once and so on. So I suppose that is happening. Anyway, Red, Teamkiller and Zsadok here. They've managed to push out Leafranger and Oldenough. But yeah, I'm surprised by the lack of rocket RT from Red, because this would be a perfect time for it. Because once you take the town, then they're only ever going to be in here, and you've already got half of this. Like, if you aim there, you can't miss. Even if you can't see him specifically, you know it's going to be there, because where else could it be? I do like the smoke from Blue, trying to move up under smoke cover, so he's probably going to take this. And there's not much here to stop him. But, like, then what? It's not looking up for Blue, really. Got some arty that's not shooting. So, bombing run, and yeah, look, he's bringing 2 out at once, so that's cool. There's a lot of Cubs here, though. You basically expect both of these to die. Lots of AA here. And it all misses. Play better, I guess. Didn't pay for Warno premium. Anyway, all these AA need to move now. Otherwise they're gonna die. But yeah, these fights are pretty crazy because of the ATGMs on the tanks. The way Warno simulates PACT tanks is absolutely hilarious, man. Yeah. It's just crazy how incredible PACT was. That's why they won. That's why they won the cult. That's why we're all speaking Russian. It's because they won. The stuff was just so much better than everybody else's. Anyway, so using these cheap ATGMs to sort of overburden the T80BV is a powerful technique, and that's where the you know, things like this come in, right? And this, which could help any time they want, but have just chosen not to, because this actually has more range than this. Oh no, it doesn't. They're the same. But either way, you know, it could shoot. They could both shoot. As could this, right? So smoke coming out, and for some reason this specific mortar, which is in a few places, has like 6 kilometers range, which is more than any other mortar, except the Pram, I suppose. Not sure what you class a Nona as either, but it goes further than their own 120mm mortar, which obviously doesn't make too much sense. Anyway, we got some feeding going on here. But yeah, I mean, this 24th player, he's done well to get up here, but now he needs to help his team out, right? Because otherwise they're going to lose. This is a cool technique, right? I do like seeing people use smoke, because it's so powerful if used properly. And it is hard to use, right? That's why a lot of people don't do it. And this is... Most RTS games don't have something like this. If you think like Age of Empires, what does Age of Empires have where you can just block off sections of the map with smoke? Like, that doesn't happen at all. You can build physical walls, but it's not the same thing. So, yeah, Warno, or at least the Eugen games, are kind of unique in that regard, in terms of multiplayer RTSs. I suppose you could say, like, Broken Arrow has it, but Broken Arrow is copied off these games. Like, the lead dev on it used to work for this company, so... So yeah, you use the smoke, and then you get in with the spec scrupper, it's all very intelligent, and then for some reason you... Oh, I see, okay. I was like, why are you running away? Well, that makes sense, alright, and now you go back in, right? Otherwise you're going to be caught in the open and you're going to get shot. So he remembers with one of them. I suppose that made sense, right? Probably should have bought the EW plane, but it's really weird seeing people just kind of leave the bombers hanging out back here until they get shot. It's basically what he's been doing. But yeah, if you win your lane, as it were, it is incumbent upon you to help your team. Otherwise, you are going to lose the game in total. And, you know, you can be one of these people who's like, well, I won my side. It's their fault. But... actually, it's your fault for choosing to play a team game and then not working as a team, right? Or just your fault for choosing to play a team game. So if you're blue, you know, you want to be killing these smoke mortars, and you can do that by just clicking. I'm not sure if if you click counter battery, if it just works. Everybody's smoking and nobody's counter batterying the smoke mortars. Like the main thing with these is that they don't have... like, these are the only self-propelled smoke mortars, and they've just shown up. All the other ones are towed. It's just two guys with, you know, very easy to counter battery this, whereas this can move between volleys, and that makes it much harder to counter battery. So, yeah, it's looking good for red again. You know, it's going to be 7 minutes, I guess. The smoke play is pretty cool from like both sides. I do like that. You need to do it on this map because there is no natural cover, so you got to make your own. It's also incredibly realistic. Like, everybody's always harping on about realism. Smoke's probably the most realistic part of warfare. They fire loads of smoke before they go in. Anyway, it's giving me an... I was gonna say, like, is he gonna unload these guys or is he just gonna lose them in the transports? But look at that, good team play there. Got the T-80 BBs and the BMD2s, TO-55 here. And yeah, Durine's kind of outclassed on a map like this. I mean, you basically just want to spam a Guerrilla and ATGMs and hope for the best as Durine, but... like, realistically, if he'd picked 11E, the French Airborne, would have gone much better for him, because he would get into the middle first. Durine is an infantry div, like a reservist infantry div. It's not got any airborne forward deployment. And so it's like an airborne div without the forward deployment. And in exchange, it gets slightly more armor than an airborne div, right? It's an infantry division. Obviously every div in Warno is a little different. It's actually a really cool game when you think about it. It's weird how unpopular it is, just because they don't market their games, nobody's ever heard of it. It's crazy, really. If you think about, like, there's no other games on the market like this except Broken Arrow, which sold like 3 times better despite being objectively worse in almost every way. It doesn't have a replay mode. I can't do this in Broken Arrow. It doesn't have a 3v3 mode. It's got like half as many maps, half as many divisions, half as many units. Anyway, huge airwave coming out here. So yeah, you do have to send them all out at once if you want them to do anything in this kind of situation. So he gets 80 BV for his troubles there. These, I think he probably should have just evac'd immediately, but basically, you know, you use these in coordination with SAR, so that's what we like to see, right? From both players. So Leafranger, he saw the AA and he pinged it so he can RT it. And what? Whoa! And Zsadok, I'm pretty sure he moved it after it shot. Unless he just pinged it slightly wrong. I mean, he's aiming at the right place, so... So the 24th player is helping out. He has noticed that he needs to do something here. And there is a CV coming in for blue now. And actually, wow, look at this with the smoke. They've actually managed to get in. This is very impressive play, actually. It's very hard to just smoke 40 minutes on this map. I like using the RT on the AA. After the AA shoots, you really gotta move it. And I'm pretty sure he did, but like just a little bit. He's still got RT'd a little bit. Seed should be in front of the Strike Eagle, but apart from that, I like the idea behind the... So, you know, I should be more positive. Like, there's a lot of positives here. Like, the fact that that mega expensive Strike Eagle just immediately died. Like I said, it would in the deck review. Anyway, we're being positive. Like, there are a lot of good things. Like, people using smoke for cover is, that's pretty high-level stuff, right? You see, there are high-level players who literally never do that. It's very strange. They'd just rather focus on something else. Or they see it as, like, dirty, which, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense to me. It can be dirty in a way if you kind of, you know, get a CV and just run it round in circles in this smoke and then you win by 1 point or whatever. That's obviously pretty disgusting, but you know, that's part of the game as well. It's probably a worth it bombing run, but he should have, because he got the CV one, right? But this is 1 per card and that's 2 per card, so maybe not. Also, he has a seed plane. If he'd sent that out first, it's the same speed, so that's a really useful part of 76Y's air spam. All of the planes are the same class of plane, except the fighters. They're all Su-24s or whatever. Or was it Su-22? I'll have to wait for it to show up again. I think it's an Su-24. And so they all go at the same speed, and they all have the same turning angles and stuff like that. Whereas the 24th player probably did send that seed out first, but the Strike Eagle's a lot faster, so it overtakes it, and then it gets shot first because it's at the front. So... yeah, big oof, as they say. But yeah, blue losing a lot of units in exchange for this this ground, and this is the counter, right? You just run some infantry in there. But yeah, he needs to get in that smoke. I mean, the other thing is you just use the rocket RT. That's what rocket RT is great at. And you need to be counter batterying these smoke mortars. One of them has died to something. I mean, there's explosions here, and look. This is what should happen to all people who smoke. Look at that goofy smoke face. Anyway. So, yeah, just MLRS this corner. Like, you know it's in that little bit of smoke. The other thing is, you know, get some infantry ATGMs in here for when that smoke, because now you can't even shoot it. So, like, these 3 could come over here, I suppose, like, in between these houses, so that this doesn't shoot them, for example. Shoot that. Instead, he's just running towards it. Abrams are super good against infantry because they have 3 machine guns. HMG is like 2 MMGs. It's basically a good way to look at it. And so it's basically got 4 MMGs on it. That's the reason why British tanks are so bad against infantry as well. Like, the Challenger's got 1 MMG, and the Chieftains only have MMGs, whereas the T-72s are sort of a similar class of tank to the Chieftains. That kind of high armor thing going for them, high armor for the price. And they've got NSVTs. So we got 2 bar, because yeah, the smoke stopped. Well, you basically know he's in there. At which point the 2 bar becomes useful because, you know, you can't miss basically. I appreciate that he has just missed, but that's because it reversed out of the smoke. It is harder to miss, right? So it's interesting seeing the mortars being used for HE as well. As you can see, they don't do anything. But it's nice to look at, I suppose. Very cinematic, right? Watching these and the planes flying behind, right? Sort of chilling. All evacing as soon as the big bombing run comes out. Oh no, I remember. This is the 4th player. Yes, he just sends out the bombers to look nice. and then watches the enemy planes go and kill them. He's baiting. He's baiting. Look at that bait. Yes, baiting into the cubs. Bam. What does Hippie know? That's a free kill, that. Just bait with the bombers. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Look at all the free kills those cubs are about to get. Bam. Bam. Oh, that one missed. Bam. Not sure what happened there. Oh, because it was on an attack move order. Yeah. So I should probably do a guide on this as well. I do explain it a lot, but not everybody watches every video and so on. Essentially, if you buy... So I'm pretty sure he's just not looking at this, and that's why he didn't know to do it. Although he did just switch the weapons off with the seed. Anyway, if you give it an attack move order, and the enemy plane leaves this radius that you can see, it comes out to here, right? The range. Under regular circumstances, if it's stopped, and it's not trying to seek cover, because for some reason that takes precedent over the missile, then it will continue to track the missile outside of the range for 2 seconds for radar and 1 second for manual. If it's on attack move, as soon as the enemy leaves the range, the move order kicks in and it just starts moving again and the missile just flies off into space, and that's why you saw it take such a strange flight pattern. If it was a regular miss, it would go near it, but it just kind of goes wee, right? Or it's going in a straight line and then it just suddenly bends off, and that's because it's just started moving. It's worth knowing. Anyway, the next Do Rhine Bright idea has shown up. So we're down to the dozers now. Ran out of all the other tanks. So this is where you start smoking, right? Smoke off this, and then you can sort of pile drive infantry into here without this lot shooting at you. But, I mean, it is basically a 3v2 in mid, because the fourth player isn't contributing much of anything. And this Mittens guy... Oh no, never mind, he's mainly pushing here. So at the moment, not an issue for the guys in mid. Obviously, if he gets to here, it becomes a big issue. Which he's pretty close to, actually. This is an issue. Anyway, this guy's finally using... No, he's not. He's not using them, he just keeps buying them and then leaving them up. Because like, that didn't have an order. So he just loses another one there. This thing might get loads... Oh, he didn't give it a bomb order. He didn't give it a bomb order until it flew over. And the seed's behind it. Different speeds, right? That's a big shame. That would have been huge, man. He would have got so much... That would have been crazy. Can you imagine? Massive blanket bomber on all that. Big sad. But yeah, using air on this kind of... In general, in big team games, using air just generally doesn't work. You should just not do it. So he buys another one, but the moment's passed, you know, he might get one. Maybe even two. Kills his teammate. I'm sure he appreciated that. He killed the guy called Teamkiller, which is very funny. And look at that. Red's on a +3 somehow, because we've just got a bunch of CVs outside the zone. Okay. I mean, he's got these. I assume he... Oh, is it out of fuel or something? No. Just chilling. And there you go, it's even Stevens again. As you can see, Red enjoys a good positional advantage. It's just this, and this is where the MLRS comes in. I can't stress that enough. Team games with PACT, you should have a rocket RT piece and a fob. Particularly if... Because I don't know if these guys know each other. I'm going to assume they don't. Although the Old Enough and Leafranger guys seem to be coordinating reasonably well. But yeah, the idea is, if you're playing with people you don't know, don't bring any plane. No, bring very few planes, because you're not going to have air cover and so on. And bring a bit more arty and just play it slower, and bring long range AA and stuff. Like PACT is so much better in team games because of this. In 2v2 you can still win with NATO, right? I mean, you can still win with NATO in 3v3 if you want. The last 3v3 tournament, the grand final, was between me and somebody else. Somebody else was playing NATO and they won. On this map. No, it wasn't this map. They played a different game on this map, but they were packed on that map, and it wasn't against me. Anyway, the 24th player, he's in. I'm loving the smoke usage. So, like, you know, the general principles are there. Like, I feel like people do understand what it is they have to do. This guy clearly didn't, the 4th player. I think he's probably not had many games at all. But everybody else seemed to understand the general gist of it, right? We see this guy deployed back here at the start, but once the healer got to here, he realized, okay, I should go here because it's empty. I should take that ground. I mean, this is... Imagine if this showed up when all the dozers showed up. He would actually have taken the whole zone. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's happening. So that's 20 units there. And now it's 4. So there you go, that's what we like to see. Really nice bombing run there. And that's why you don't blob. Do Rhine's a very hard div to play. Because you have to, you know, you've got loads of cheap units, and if you just buy all of one thing and then all of the other, you see exactly what's happening. He sent in all the tanks and all the tanks died. Then he sent in all the infantry and all the infantry died. Right? He needs... For starters, I've not seen him buy any of his Eyehogs, which, you know, would have helped him out in a situation like that. Anyway, the drone, the Schmel, spotted the CV, it seems. So Zsadok's going to pick that up. And Mittens here doing his best, but the enemy team are playing as a team, right? So Zsadok and Teamkiller here come and help out their mentally deficient friend. Which is good, that's what society is all about. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose, like, Mittens is getting a little bit of help now, but, I mean, everybody's dead, right? So, yeah, it's rough playing team games with people you don't know. Maybe they all do know each other, I don't know. So, yeah, good save there from the other red players. And it's quite impressive what they've managed to pull off, just basically 2v3. I mean, this guy clearly hasn't played many games. Once again, you know, I do get it, right? It's probably better to be good at something in real life than being good at a video game, in, like, the vast majority of cases. You know, you might be bad at... you might be good at something that's, like, bad for society in real life, I don't know. You know, like, so if you save a mass murderer... Whatever, I've got some family members who are doctors, and I'm like, would you save a serial killer? And they're like, yeah. So, okay, well, what if they went out and killed somebody? Would you not feel responsible? Well, I can't remember what their answer was to that. Then it's like, well, I have to save them. I don't know. I'm not so convinced. But anyway, Blue are actually making a lot of headway, and somehow this is working. I mean... Look at that. This guy hasn't been spending his points for a very long time. Each one of these is 90. You get 260 points a minute. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 90. Call it 1,400. Oh no, it's happening again. I mean, does he not learn? Very nice kill from Zsadok. And that was that cluster plane. Oh no, the one from before died. It was his friend. Was the second one in the card. But yeah, you just got to spread out a bit, right? And have some combined arms. Maybe buy those Eyehawks. I'm really surprised we haven't seen those. The only long-range AA that NATO's got. And they haven't brought it. Like, it's in the decks. Is that going to get side shot? Very risky going on. Like, come on, man. Don't do this to me. Thank God. Oh, he's shooting at this. So, yeah, some smoke coming in here. I'm not sure where that's coming from. It's like it's coming from the red team. But yeah, wow, Blue, somehow they're doing it. With this really, really big brain play. Literally just conga lining everybody in. In some ways, you know, like, because Like, this is probably a very entertaining game for the players as well. Like, they're probably having a lot of fun playing it. Like, I'm certainly enjoying casting it. And it's like, if you become too good at a video game, it kind of sucks the fun out of it. Because I'm here like Scrooge McDuck. You can't do this. It's suboptimal. Whereas for these guys, they get to actually watch these super big fights happen with the epic moments where everybody dies on the highway of death here, which was done by the Russians. If you played the new Call of Duty, you'll know. Which is probably not the new Call of Duty anymore. I think a lot have come out since then. Are these not going to OSC? So he has the opportunity to finish this off, and he's decided to help himself instead. Oh no, he's just unloaded everybody and he's walking the infantry in. So yeah, I mean, but because like the counter argument is going to be, well, you just told him not to blob down this road, but there is a middle ground, right? You could get people close to the front line without just conga lining them into a bomber and losing them all. There is a middle ground there. But yes, the dream is collapsing, as they say in Inception. Blah, right? This is going absolutely crazy. But like, you got to unload these before they just run into the enemy and died. You know? Oh, okay, at least he's doing that. And you want to spread them out a bit. But yeah, this is actually a very powerful attack from Blue, because all three players are pushing, whereas Red, they've got this Isbran guy who like probably only played a few games of Warno, right? Although, I mean, no, never mind. I thought he was helping his team out in this big bombing run, but no, he just sent it out to solo. I'm getting the impression this guy's played like 3 games. Like, he doesn't seem to know how to use this. So, don't want to hate on the new players too much. But yeah, these bombing runs from Red are doing pretty well, mainly because Blue just refuses to buy the Eyehawks. This is probably dead. So I'm hanging out. Oh wow, okay. Command zone capture, which one was that? What? Okay. Sometimes it bugs out a bit. It's not like Broken Arrow where they actually get points off that. It just comes up here. Doesn't actually mean anything's happened. But look at this, Leafranger here, he's got in. He had some fighter cover. He needs some AA with this really, because this is a great bombing target. What do you know? Or he can hide this behind here, and that will help him a lot. Because like this can kill that. But yeah, I don't think he sees it. No, he's got this here. He should see. He's just about to see it. He's just seen it. No. Never mind. And now the moment has passed. Now he's got another one. The moment is back. So an Eyehawk died, which means an Eyehawk was purchased. And like this thing coming out with 2 minutes left is bizarre. But yeah, like he could just like, you know, use the LOS guys, right? You can hide behind a building and you won't get shot by the plane. Especially if it's a direct fire weapon like that. But look at that, Blue on the +4. If only they were just a little bit faster here. Like, this is just too slow. If these Bradleys had come in here as well, they would have taken that. And yeah, like, why not use the smoke mortars to smoke this instead of smoking near it? Why not hide this behind the building? Yeah. So yeah, the Bradleys, they're coming in now, but it's time. I don't know. Did they have enough time? If they kill this, it'll be a +5. And now it's going to be a +4. But this is going to come in. But the HA should just kill that unless there's more bombers left. But I mean, look, this is right here. It must be so infuriating to be on this team, because your teammate, he has a bomber and he's just sat there watching you die. I'm getting second-hand frustration. Obviously, you know, new player, etc, etc. But this is why I just play 1v1. I don't have the patience for it. Wouldn't make a good teacher. Okay, so he has actually moved this now. He's getting a backup one, and that's going over here, which is cool. At this point, you want to fast path it, or it's not going to get there, because off-road speed is a bit slow. Like, you've only got 30 seconds, so... But look at that, Blue, they took it. They took it. they finally used that 3v2 advantage, right? Because when Mittens was pushing here, well, this guy was actually, you know, he had no choice but to be engaged in the combat. But when he's pushing here, well, there you go. So look at that, +7. Wow, I'm very surprised. Whoa, that was cool. Oh, I see, it's actually got the direct fire on it. And this is on an attack. Oh, come on, man. This should be on a fast move. He would have got in here. It would have been like a +9. It probably wouldn't have been enough, but... So yeah, credit to Blue. I'm surprised they still had units. I mean, look at that. 10,000 deaths. I mean, kills. 10,000 kills. And then... I need to see how many games this guy has. 15. Okay, I think that's fair enough then, really. That's fair enough then, really. Can't fault him. He's only got 15 games. But even then, like, I mean... Anyway, it is what it is. 600, right. 1,000. 400. 260. 554. So, you know, I get a lot of people saying, like, I don't... Should I buy Warno? It's on sale, but I don't know. Like, will that just, you know, be useless? Well, I mean, this guy won. Right? And you... I think if you've already watched this video, then you are already going to be better than this guy because you'll understand the basic concepts of go towards the middle, help your team. Do you know what I mean? So you're already a cut above a lot of players, and so you can have a good time, especially on something like 10v10. But yeah, I mean, this guy's back must hurt a lot. 10,000 kills. But yeah, the crazy, like, he had the least losses. But as you can see, there's lots of new players. Oh, look at that T8BV. I want to see that cluster 2 that he got the... Where is it? Whoa, look at that. Look at that. It goes off the screen. So this was the first bombing run, because we remember he killed his teammate's unit, and then this must have been the second one with all that. Crazy. Anyway, I thought that was a very entertaining game. If a bit infuriating. Anyway, I'll see you around. GG.